Good evening, all of you, sir. Today, as a part of material and storage of materials with respect to manual, ergonomic manual handling and storage as per the schedule. Before going to this ergonomics details, would like to define the ergonomics. Ergonomics is the study of way of people interact with equipment in their work environment, the objective of improving their comfort, safety, and productivity. The ergonomics is the people interact with the objective which they have to carry, that we call as an equipment, in their work places. The objective of with the comfortness of the people to handle the objective and reach the required desired place. That's what I mean to say. Only environment and people. They have to see the comfort of the safety and the productivity in the sense of what is the target of the movement of the material from one place to another place within a shift, this much, B shift, this much, C shift. That means that's why it is called an productivity. And also we define as the scientific study, the study relation between the man and his work environment. Once the work environment is best, the man, without any suffocating, without any what we call weakness and all, they will lift the body or lift the objectives with a good postures as per the directions of the training by HR department or by training department. They can comfortable to reach the objective. It's what that's a relationship between the man and his work environment. If you provide the work environment to the person, employees who are lifting the body manually, definitely they will work more productivity as compared to the unsafe conditions in the work environment. That's why it's a scientific relationship between the man and the work environment. The primary, what is the aim actually? The ergonomics is to optimize the function of the system, adapting a human capabilities and needs. Capabilities in the sense of the person is able to capable of lifting the equipment. Otherwise, we cannot use that his services for lifting the bodies. But he is to be very energetic and the expected the manner he has to work. That means his ergonomic position or the posture position or the health position in such a way he has to carry out. We have to see that person capabilities also we have to see. That's what they mean to say it is. Some of the risk factors are in the while manual handling of the material series, high frequency sense of every day the work is there. Unless otherwise we have not given any relaxation to the people, they are definitely fatigued and they will be tired itself. That's why high frequency will create the risk in the ergonomics. Not supposed to be high frequency means not we have to give after 2 hours rest and after 2 hours rest. Like this, we have to see that the man capable of doing the productivity as expected. High duration. Duration is also we have to keep in touch with that because we are keeping the target to the employees. We have to shift the materials in a shift completely 100 tons like this. They have to tell the duration also we have to see. It gives the allowance of the risks of the person. High force. That means they are torture. That means torture or what is called autocratic management, where the employee force are demanding you have to shift the materials immediately like this. Poor posture. Poor posture means position of the person who is lifting from the ground or to the shoulder. That posture is also very important, which creates the risk also. So we have to maintain the good postures as per the suggestions given by the HR department or ergonomic operations center. Point of operation also important. From where to where they have to lift. The distance is more, we have to give what is called some time to carry. That's why point of the operation is also very important. Point means source to the destination. And mechanical, which creates the risk factors also. Where the more distance is there, definitely the risk factor is more. Mechanical pressure is also there. Mechanical pressure in the sense the employees having a crowd is there. Definitely they have to see that the way is not clear. Suppose definitely while carrying the objectives, definitely the pressure is there for the people. They have to get down the objective and go again carrying on like this. They are having obstructions. That pressure is also creating the risk factor. Coming to the environmental exposure also, because once you create the environmental position like this, for example, they're not supposed to be congested environment, like for example, the very narrow space or what is called narrow place or corridors or a clear space is not there for the people. Exposure will be different because he has to carry the all the way from 1 meter or 5 meter distance or 3 meter distance or 5 meter distance. He has to carry all the way by the weight of the at least minimum 25 kgs as per the Factories Act. Heavy lifting also create the risk factor because beyond 25 kgs, we cannot allow the person to lift. That also we have to take care of as per the Factories Act. Gripping is also while already yesterday, while manual and day before yesterday I told the gripping is also manual, not on the fingers. We have to grip on the palm of the hand. We have to see the gripping also. The gripping is not proper, definitely risk factors will be more. Heavy load carrying also, these are heavy lifting and heavy load carrying is also same. Repetitive activities, because the same weight is there beyond what is called 25. Repetitive activities means they cannot complete the activities in time. Overhead at work, because overhead at work means they have to create 100 tons, we have to shift immediately. Like this, we have to put the targets. It's overhead work. Vibrations also important. Vibrations in the sense of the objective inside the packing, where the objective is, you have to see that it's not to be moved or creating some vibration, giving to the body inconvenience while carrying the objective. These are the, from A to M, these are some of the factors where we have to see not to be allowed while carrying the materials manually by the employee. Otherwise, risk factors will be more and risk will be occurred and incidents will be experienced. You know that what is called, there are 5 ways of poor ergonomics can have a negative impact on your health, because employees cannot have supposed to be suffer, but these are the poor ergonomics. Your posture can suffer because while bending, yesterday we told also manual bending, while the spinal cord keeps straight and they keep the arms below the objectives and the fingers not exposed, and only arm of the or palm of the hand will be based on the figure. Like this, we have to, some ergonomics not to be poor. We have to see that it should not be allowed. That is a poor ergonomics. The posture can suffer, posture not good, definitely the negative impact is there. So become easily fatigued. That means easily they are tired. Fatigue means they are tired also. They are tired becomes because when the load carrying is more, or the worker environment is not good. They are little much what is called worried about, or the weekend or weak fellows are there. We have to see that these are the poor ergonomics. You can increase your risk diabetes of heart disease, because risk of diabetes where the people are having the sugar patients or the heart diseases are there. We cannot allow those employees in manual carrying up manual carrying up objectives or source material, whatever may be. That means we have to see that the health of the condition is also important. Where the health is not good, even though we are carrying, we are allowing him to do means the risk is more. That is poor ergonomics. You may gain weight also, because gain weight in the sense the people having the what is called a very for example, the structure of the not lean, a very stout is their person that is also carrying objectives manually is very different. That is, see, you have to see the physical position of the man also. You may develop the muscular skeletal disorder, I told, There are spinal cord positions, manual positions will be suffered, and the shoulders will be affected while carrying the objectives. This already we have discussed about the musculoskeletal disorder. The ergonomics is also, I told, the scientific relation between the man and the work environment. The primary aim of ergonomics is to optimize the functions of the system, adapting human capabilities and the needs. Human capabilities, why he is telling human capabilities? Because we have to see the person able to carrying the load. A person having diabetes, a person having the some heart disease is there, a person having the very stout people are there. You have to see the capabilities of the people also we have to see, and the needs also we have to see. Needs in the sense of person is working what is called forcibly, we cannot allow that person to work there. Ergonomics is a scientifically based discipline, integrates knowledge delivered from many sources. Because this is very important. Once you cannot maintain a posture, that means position of the objective while lifting or while carrying or while holding or while carrying the what is called the objective towards the what is called destination. You have to see that very, very important posture is important, main. That's why your training is very important. Those people who are involved in the manual handling of the storing materials center. According to the International Ergonomic Association, that means IEA, there are three broad domains of ergonomics. They are physical ergonomics, cognitive ergonomics, and their organizational ergonomics. Here, physical in the sense of physical ergonomics is the concern with human anatomical, anthropometrical, physical, and biomechanical characteristics as they are related to physical activity. Because this is the physical in the sense of it depends on the person who is having the good posture while carrying the body, while carrying the what is called this objective. That is very, very important. That's why physically they have to presence while doing this ergonomics of the or manual handling of the objectives. That's why relevant topics include working postures, material handling, repetitive movements, musculoskeletal disorders, workplace layout, safety and health. These are the very important for the physical ergonomics. Because the physically we have to see that environment is friendly, environment is very encouragement to the employees who are carrying manually objectives, carrying what is called load and reaching to the destination. From the source to destination, we have to see that all the work environment will be very encouraging and not to be a congested manner and all. That means starting from position of lifting to the destination reaching, we have to see that environment should be properly. That's called the physical ergonomics. Cognitive means where we can forcefully we have to do it. We have to see the position of the people also. They become a tide. Suppose, for example, yeah, after completing the C shift, some of the people are giving OT in absence against the absence of the people. That means absence of employees, A shift employees. That's not supposed to be encouraged because it is definitely is a tide. Almost all vertical position is not good. After completion of C or A plus B or B plus C cannot allowed. At least C plus A is not allowed. B plus C is not allowed. Normally, all the organization not looking up to this factor, but this factor is very, very important. The person who is carrying the objective, they cannot carry the 2 shifts in a day. Only after completion of A, they can do the what is called C. After C, again B, no problem. But in between, 1 8-hour shift is to be given some gap. That's why the cognitive ergonomics is taking a very, very important role in creating the risk factors. That's why their psychological workload, decision marked, skilled performance, human computer interactions, human reliability, work stress, and training as they may relate to human system design. Because we have to see that a person should not be covered 16 hours job. Only the 8 hours job has to see. And physical is also important. Cognitive also, we have to see that in the physical, because all the people are having the work environment exposure is very nicely. Otherwise, work environment, if you provide the work environment, but the position of the employee is not good, what do they use? Definitely risk will be more. That fact also taken into consideration, not to encourage the OTs or overtime in the next shift. Organizational economics. Organizational economics is the concern with optimization of socio-technical system. That means including their organization structure and policies and process. This is definitely depends upon the communication methods and the management policies and the cultural practices are very important. That's called the organizational economics. Organizational means A shift 100 tons, B shift 80 only, C shift only 50. Like this, we have to see the environment, day shift different, and the B shift is different, C shift. Normally, some of the organizations are taking A shift with more productivity. Then next B shift is less productivity, C shift is very less productivity. Normally, some of the organizations are not allowed to carry the C shifts also, only A and B only, manual handling. Because the people will be, strength is not there, but also, and also not to allow any tired persons is there. C shift will not be carrying the what is called in manual handling carrying. Normally, 99.99% of the organization, they'll carry only A and B shifts only. That is called organizational economy. We have to see that schedule is there and teamwork is there, and we have to see that as per the plan, A, B, C or A, B should be their productivity. That is called organizational economics. The following are some important benefits of workplace ergonomics. Definitely, if you provide the work environment very neatly, the productivity is also very high. That's why the following are the some important benefits of workplace ergonomic process. Because if you provide the in physical ergonomics and cognitive ergonomics and organizational ergonomics, if you provide the work environment to the employees is very perfectly organized, definitely ergonomics reduces the cost. Reduces cost means reduces the cost means cost means productivity is less, or 10 members or 15 members are allowed to take care of in the A shift, but only 8 people are there and 2 people are present, but they are not able to carry because they're tired, or some first aid is required, or some in order is there for the body, they'll take the rest. Only 8 members only there. It reduces the cost. Or otherwise, the 10 members, if you provide the work environment in a best manner, definitely work ergonomics reduce the cost, because that fellow is not having any first aid help, or 10 members are perfectly there working and productivity is also good, and also they have to carry the what is called thing to be taken care of. Take it. Ergonomics improve the productivity. Definitely, if the ergonomics is good, definitely productivity also improves the as per the schedule it will be happened. Because ergonomics, if you provide the environment properly, definitely the productivity is also as per the schedule. A 100 tons, B 80 tons, completed schedule. That means we are providing the ergonomics to the people or to the employees very neatly and environmentally friendly, and no congestive as explained what is called earlier. We have to see that factors should be not to be allowed all these things. Therefore, the productivity also definitely improves if you provide all these things. Ergonomics improve engagement also. Definitely, employee engagement means if you provide shift people are 25 members are there, for example, to carry the 100 tons, Definitely engagement of the people, if you properly engage the 25 members all the 8 hours by giving the rest of 1 hour and all, definitely the engagement of the people will be effectively, and we are giving the rest as well as the product is also improved. That means properly engaging of the employee is also very important while carrying the ergonomics or while carrying the activity. Ergonomics improves the quality, definitely. The quality in the sense of what is called productivity in time. Productivity schedules in time as per the schedule. Not before, not after. It should be see that improves the quality, because you have to see that employees should not be any weekend or what is called any weak or physically not stable people are there. They are not supposed to allow those people. Otherwise, quality will be impaired. Ergonomics creates a better safety culture. Definitely, once the creating good environment, already what we have to say A to E, only the employer has to create a very good environment to create the what is called safe and reaching the optimum optimum productivity and all. It creates a better safety culture also, because once we given the a good training or good posture positions and all and good environment you have provided to them, definitely it improves the safety culture among the employees in the organization. You have to see all these 5 factors, important benefits are there. If you provide, the organizations provide the work environment as expected by the employees to carry their job perfectly. Reduce some of the what is called reduce because these steps are increasing the risk factors. If you reduce the risk factors, we have to follow these engineering improvements, administrative improvements, and personal productivity. These engineering improvements and administrative improvement in coming discussing definitely will be engaging on that way. And the engineering aspect means we have to see that avoid the mechanical or the manual handling and all. We have to create the machinery. That's what the engineering controls. Or we are creating some trolleys. We are creating some, instead of carrying the with the body, we are creating some wheels of the trolleys, or what is carrying what is called wheelchairs. All these things will be provided. But the objective is to carry the, instead of carrying the body, definitely engineering improvements is also will be there to see that ergonomic risk will be reducing. Normally, engineering improvement will not be taken care with all organizations. This also will be discussed in the coming slides also. And coming to the administrative improvement, adjusting work schedules, workplaces, providing recovery time, relaxation time, modifying work practices, ensuring regular housekeeping, regular housekeeping and all. Sorry for the inconvenience. Administrative improvements is also, we have to see that whether the A shift is continuously A shift, we are not supposed to engage the people in manual carrying the, we have to provide some rest or workplace schedules. Schedules, we have to see that 6 to 2, not completely as such. Some people are taking only general shifts only. That means 9 to 5:30 or 8 to 4:30. In between 8 to 4:30 also, they are creating some rest places, crutches and all we have to maintain. Adjusting the work schedules and workplaces. Workplace is a very important schedule we can manage. Instead of 6 to 2, instead of what is called 8 to 10, gap, 10:30 to 11:30, gap, 11:30 to 1:30, like this, you have to say. But workplace is also, you have to adjust the environment friendly, like exhaust fans will be running properly and not to be carrying the persons will be tied, become tied, narrow places, corridors is there. You have to see the workplace environment is also important. Providing recovery time. That means they have to give some relaxation time. Normally, the weight we called as a Kalasi people are all, where the Kalas people are having giving a rest for the fitters also. Fitters allowing the Kalasis will give the rest to them because they are carry the heavy objectives all the time. That's why they have to recover time. They have to give the relaxation time to them so that the muscular relaxation will also there in the thing. These are the administrative control means where the management can provide the employees very neatly, easily also. We cannot ask the policies or we cannot visiting the policies. We cannot see the legal requirements and all. And definitely we'll see that. Definitely it will be helpful for them. Ensuring regular housekeeping and the maintaining workplace tools and equipments encouragement. All these things are telling that a scientific relationship between the man and environment. Ultimately, by taking all these slides, it creates ultimately final spot is the scientific relation between the man and the environment. That is only we have to see. Last but not least, personal protective equipments, gloves, knees, elbow pads. Normally, the elbow pads are not providing these knee and elbow pads are not providing by the organization. Many organizations have seen. Not necessary, sir. Not necessary, sir. But they have to provide while carrying the manually loaded people are. Footwear important. Shoes are very important. Safety shoes, but we have to see that not to be carried heavy, light safety shoes are there for those people who are carrying this objective that we have to provide the footwear. Another item that are employees wear. Other items means which are required as per the material, as per the work environment. We have to see the other than this, the protective equipment we have to organization has to provide. Engineering depends upon only the management. Administrative depends upon management only. But this is very, very important factor than this because engineering means organization cannot put efforts towards the manual to the machinery. The machinery going for manual to the machinery, definitely the employee reduction will be there. That's why they are not encouraging the employees also. They are not encouraging for mechanism. The from manual position to the mechanism means instead of 10 members, they need only 2 members. That also they lose the employment of the employees also. That is really important. So engineering improvements, administrative improvements, and personal productivity improvement important. OSHA requirement. That means musculoskeletal disorders are very, very important as per the OSHA requirement of the training. During the training, you have to see that MSDs, that means musculoskeletal disorders, have to tell who are involved in the manually carrying loads. That means they have to inform the people in a such a way, Babu, this is the very dangerous position. We have to see all the postures very nicely as per the training. You have to carry that like this. Every time they have to encourage it. That's why some of the statistics in USA, work contributes to a large percentage of over 500,000 of cases, musculoskeletal disorders reported annually in the states. Almost annually, 500,000 cases. Almost all, that means 50,000 of the people definitely musculoskeletal disorders only while carrying manually as per the United States statistics. Musculoskeletal disorders often every time involve strains, sprains, lower back, shoulders, upper limb. Whatever the environment you provide by the organization to the employees, whatever the facilities given to the employees, whatever the administrative controls for facilities will be given to the, whatever the facilities by PPE, but people are human errors due to the human errors or the posture of the employees, definitely this factor will be more, thereby involving strains, sprains to the lower back and shoulders, lower back in the sense of spinal cord bottom. That means bottom of the spinal cord, shoulders, upper limbs also, you have to involve strains. Ultimately, though we are providing the environment, because of the having not discipline in the manual handling by posters, definitely risk factors will be more as per the United States of America statistics. They can result protracted pain, disability, medical treatment, and the financial stress for those afflicted with them, and employees often find themselves paying bill either directly through workers or compensation insurance. At the same time, they must cope with the loss of full capability of the. That means because of the strain and pains is more, because of already is having some internal problem is there. Definitely the medical bill of the employees, whether it's covered in the contractor will look after. If he covered in the organization rules of employees, ESA will be taken care of. But what about the staff who are not covering under ESA, who are not covering in the employee insurance and all? Definitely organization has to bear the all the cost or the medical bill very, very badly. That's why, though provision of the environment, the administrative control is very important. We have to see the facility of the employee and the PPE also provided to the, not to allow the medical bills more in order to not to what is called provide in the work environment and all these things. We have to see that what is the capacity of their workers also. And apart from this, the scientific evidence shows that effective ergonomic interventions can lower the physical demands of the MMH, that means works task, material manually handling works task, that is called MMH. We have to see that expect musculoskeletal injuries you can expect and ready for that also. Because not all the employees in the A shift or B shift or C shift, whatever may be the, not always we are giving the uh, 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 full talking, please take care, take care. How many times we can tell? Similar job, same passion job, very risky job, they know, but even then they are doing some bad postures, they are doing some indisciplined works, and definitely they have to carry the musculoskeletal injuries. We cannot uh, uh, save them immediately, but we have to provide the facility medical bill to them. That's why they are having very liberty to work. That's why the employee management is also very important course also. You have to see that HR people have to see the tackle, very important. That's why all the organizations going for engineering control, not for manually. Now, if you go for mechanical or the machinery, definitely workforce is less tension is there, and no workforce, and worker environment is not properly we have to do, and if simply you have to relax at the employers. That's why all the organization now manually they are not encouraging activities of the materials handling. But some of the small scale industries, they have to carry this activity. Very oftenly, productivity gets an additional solid shot because once we are not giving the any administrative control facility, definitely the employees who are carrying this manually jobs and all, manually carrying the objectives, definitely they will be discouraged. That's why we have to see that productivity gets not affected, and we have to see the administrative controls is very perfectly. Give some often rest to the people and see that they have to encouragingly do the job. Planning that applies these principles can result in big wins for all concerned, because for all doing this thing, planning is very important. You start A shift 8 to 4:30 and all, 8 to 10 carrying work, 10 to 10:30 gap. Again 10:30 to 11:30, 11:30 to 11:45, like this. You have to plan is there, definitely result in big wins for all the concerned. According to US Department of Labor Handling defined, I want to give this information to you also. Seizing, holding, grasping, turning, otherwise working with the hand or hands. Fingers are involved only to the extent they are extension of the hand, such as turn, whistle. That means, according to the US Department in United States of America, all the manual works are there. They are observing normal accident or risk factors due to the MSDS only. That means MSD only, musculoskeletal disorders. That's why the manual handling of the activity, we have to be very careful by the employees to provide in facility or environment and all. To avoid these problems and all these things, in short, we have to see that reducing or preventing injuries, reducing workers' effort by decreasing the forces in lifting, handling, pushing, and pulling materials. Here is, if you see that reduce or preventing injuries, we have to changing the workplace, reducing workers' efforts. How do you do? By decreasing the forces in lifting. That means instead of 25 kgs, instead